Hey, how you doing? Thought I'd do a little something different this time. Put a couple sketches on the beginning of these, I guess, from now on, maybe. Anyway, let's have a look, see maybe what's been flying around out here. This right here is a 1 second exposure of something I see out here quite frequently. There's an enlargement of the image on the left there. I was watching this on infrared fly by. See this thing all the time, not sure what it is. Definitely not an airplane. And this is an infrared from the 27th of March. And we got a little ambient ghetto music going on in the background here. Coming up on my vision limiter there. But anyway, I took some images of that as it was going across, one of which this is not, of course, but this was taken back in 2017, and I put this in my last video as well. I'm not sure what this object is, but I photographed it at 300 millimeters for 1 second. And when I put it through some filters to get a little clearer image of it, I noticed a couple things. There's a little wagon wheel like unit right here I see on a lot of these objects that I take pictures of. And it's got holes in it, it looks like, about 6 of them around the outside and one in the middle. And like I was saying, when I put this through a filter, a couple different filters, this changed here and here. I don't know why exactly, except for perhaps maybe they're different material, made out of a different material, and could be a different temperature. But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, and it made me start thinking even a little bit more when I saw some of these other images. Bear with me here just a minute. When I show you this next image here, okay, it looks like it could be being produced to me by something like this right here, okay? If you think in terms of a hologram, okay, mostly holograms are produced from two different points to a focal point in a third position, okay? If you reverse that, basically, and you view this thing right here as a screen, okay, we're used to flat screen TVs, little rectangular squares, right? Or rectangles, okay, excuse my French. But anyway, if you can imagine a flat screen TV, okay, that's round, all right, and you spin that around the outside of this fast enough that it becomes solid for all intents and purposes. In other words, if it was spinning so fast you couldn't stick your finger in there, right? Because this single unit would always appear to be in one spot for all intents and purposes. It would be going so fast. Okay, now, if this is going that fast around the outside, okay, and something on the inside here is able to produce an image on this right here, on the inside of this right here, from the outside, this would look like a video screen, if you will, okay? If you can imagine like a translucent piece of glass that was able to pick up an image being sent to it from inside here, and this was spinning around on the outside fast enough. From the outside, it would look like a solid object. You follow me? So this machine here could produce an image out around itself that would appear entirely different than what this machine is. Okay, now let me show you what I'm talking about here, perhaps. You see that? Again, you've got the spindle on the top, and you've got this around the bottom here, this widescreen TV, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Or this one right here. You've got the same thing going on here. You've got a spindle at the top, and what appears to be a ring around the outside. Now, if this is spinning around the outside this fast enough, and whatever's on the inside is producing an image on this thing, and you're seeing it from out here, it looks solid. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's within the realm of possibility. You got to use your imagination when you're looking at this stuff because these lights are not just particles of the sky itself that are lighting up. So they're not lights in the sky. They are machines, most of them, in the sky, or else they're life forms. In other words, they're a three-dimensional object that have a physical presence of some kind, and they have to function in some kind of way. And figuring out how a foreign technology goes about doing what it does leads me to kind of go way out there on some of my imaginings about how this stuff works, but it has to work somehow, does it not? I mean, it is there. So, anyway, just a little speculation on my part. Here's some other photographs that were taken during that infrared video that you just watched. Clearly, this is not an airplane. It was moving from the left to the right, which would have exposed the right wingtip to the camera, and it should have been a steady green light if it was an FAA approved aircraft. You know what I'm saying? And flying according to FAA regulations, which obviously it isn't. So, anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a look. Hope you share and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't forget that part of it. And again, thanks. Appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll get to do this again sometime. Sorry I rattled on so long, but you know how it goes sometimes. Talk to you later.